And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Danny Salazar is yet to allow a hit through 6, and the big question is whether he can get 9 more outs and put himself in the history books. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Schebler sprinting after it, makes the play, 1 away. Digging in once again, Josh Bell. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
So far, this has been a very productive outing. We're into the middle innings of this one, and his pitch count is down, and this might be one of those starts where he can work deep into this game, possibly into the 8th or 9th inning.
0-1, here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. So 1-1 to 1-2 now.
It looked like from our perspective he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
The 1-2 hit taken in by Votto, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready for another chance. Corey Dickerson. It was a walk in his last trip.
Corey Dickerson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Hey, this guy's pitching pretty well as we're rolling into the late innings. It's interesting, though. His first pitch strike percentage, less than 40% so far in this one.
No runs, no hits, and 2 errors on the Pirate ledger so far. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Down in order go the Pirates. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Josh Harrison stands in. Lifetime against Danny Salazar. He's 1 for 4.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long and back into this one.
Popped him up. Votto has room in foul territory, and he'll settle under it, but he can't hold on to it. Oh, boy. The windup and the 0-1. Started that swing a bit too early.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
1-1-1.
Fastball right back to the mound. A throw to the plate. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
And this is just a mental lapse right there. I know your catcher is good with the glove, but you simply can't throw home in this instant. Take the easy out, always.
The right fielder,
Ready for another shot now, Sean Rodriguez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. One there on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Here's Jordy Mercer now, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a ball, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Ground hard down the first baseline. Onto the bag with it himself is Votto, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They're down 4-0. Striding in once again, Danny Salazar. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Salazar.
Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. Hot shot down the line, but this will get foul for strike 2. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Marte is under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Elias Diaz the next to hit. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th.
Elias Diaz.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
1 strike.
The 0-1. Heading out toward shallow right. Schebler is over, and that's the first out of the inning. Gregory Polanco will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Gregory Polanco.
He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 9 homers and 54 runs batted in. The 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And this is fouled at the plate. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Drilled on the ground to short. Peraza over to his left. On to first, and now the Pirates are down to their final out. Here's Tyler Marcotte. He is the final man standing in the way of possible history here tonight. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Pittsburgh down to their last strike. Strike 3 called, and it's over. A no-hitter.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now.
Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show, and he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 4 runs.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The Cincinnati Reds are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a one-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. First offering on its way. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. Iglesias is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
The rain coming down as it is, we are in for a long delay. The hope is now that they can get this one in at some point.
Now this is where it becomes tricky for the managers right now. You have your pitchers out there, and you have to be careful not to hurt anybody. So I think the guys that are sitting in the bullpen are on red alert as the delay has begun. And I'm sure both of the managers have a pretty good idea of who's going to be the pitcher to go in after this delay.
Well, the rain is finally past us as we welcome you back. Al Minter takes the mound now as the new pitcher following the rain delay that lasted an eternity, so it seemed, and it appears we're just about set to resume. From the stretch, and it's fouled away. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Popped him up. Suarez waits on it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Now batting, center fielder, Cole Gillespie.
Digging in to try it again, Cole Gillespie. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Missed with a slider.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. And now the crowd, estimated at over 29,000, come to their feet. This is skied into short left center. Duvall moving in. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
And now with the possible tying run at second here, we're going to have a pinched runner as they try to get a little more speed out there. Into the box now, Freddie Galvis. Popped him up. He makes the catch, and the Reds run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Reds win their 40th game in front of the home crowd this year. Luis Castillo gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. Number 41 pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Number 15 bats here with the game on the line in the ninth. Tying run stands in scoring position, so a base hit here could even things up. Happ is after it. He gets there as the runner breaks for home. And he'll be doubled off at third, so disaster strikes there, and there are two gone. Catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. First offering on its way. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. And it's now a one-run ball game.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Number 21 will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 21.
This one's down to third. Bryant is up with it. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So disaster strikes here in the ninth as a late rally has certainly dampened the mood of these fans. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters scheduled to start the bottom of inning number 9. The Reds are on top 8-7. Raisel Iglesias is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point.
Not an easy thing to do to score off the game's elite closers, but down by 1 at home, you've got a chance with that last at bat.
And there's one gone to start the bottom of the ninth. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard towards the hole. He's got it. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
The batter, Edgar Johnson Wilson.
Jason Hayward will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
24, Jason Hayward.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 8 home runs and 41 RBIs. The 1-0. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Iglesias is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Peraza comes up with it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Reds have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over. A close one, 8-7 is how it finishes today. The Cincinnati Reds host road win number 40 on the year. Homer Bailey earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Raisel Iglesias wraps it up for the save, his 41st of the year. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
The final line.